Camera, action, up and down the Queensland coast, fragmented images captured of some kind of mystery movie. In Gladstone today, whatever happened last night was the talk of the town.
Everyone's talking about it, yeah.
We actually thought someone was breaking in. Our whole house shook.
Every man and his dog felt, heard or saw something. Peter Frank and mate Shadow were on their boat. They saw.
It was extremely bright, and then it turned back and it just had a big white flash and then a white streak, and then it short-lived.
At Gladstone Marina, their cameras caught two views of the sky lighting up.
Felt the windows pulsate like as a sound barrier sort of thing.
Further south on the beach at Tannum Sands, they had warnings about pretty much anything except flying things.
We were having dinner at the table and next minute the glass door just shook like this for a good, 5 seconds.
Just like a shooting star really, but like a lot bigger, and it had a huge tail on it, really colourful.
What colours?
So it was like blue and orange and green, definitely.
Ethan says whatever it was he saw last night flew over the waters here at Tannum Sands and then continued north towards Gladstone. He wasn't just seeing things, he was hearing things too.
I heard noise about like 2 minutes after.
What sort of noise?
Just like a massive loud boom.
Even further south at Turkey Beach, well, it was almost like the earth moved.
Our bed gave a bit of a wriggle and that was it.
Social media lit up. The consensus seemed to be the UFO was a meteor, though some couldn't see what all the fuss was about.
Don't take too much notice of meteors, mate. As long as they don't hit your house, that's the main thing.
Phil's in Gladstone this evening. Phil, where could this ball of light have crash landed?
Well, Andrew, we don't even know if it actually did. There's some speculation that this thing, whatever it was, burnt up and disintegrated before it hit anything. Then there are others who, based on the trajectory and the direction they saw this thing travelling, they were convinced that it must have crashed into the ocean. Then again, there were others who were convinced from what they saw that it was going to crash on the mainland. Apart from all of that, Andrew, we don't even know actually what this thing was. So there's still a lot of mystery and intrigue surrounding this remarkable event.
We're glad you're on the case. All right, Phil, thank you.
Now, Queenslanders from as far south as Hervey Bay to as far north as Yeppoon are scratching their heads this morning. They're baffled after seeing a bright flash of light in the sky overnight. Let's get to the bottom of this mystery and go to Nine's Phil Wilmington in Gladstone. Phil, what do we know?
Well, I don't know if I can help you much here, Sylvia. Some of the people I've been speaking to here in Gladstone, we only just flew in this morning, some of them thought it was an earthquake. That was the initial thought, but it's amazing actually, all the way up and down the coast, as you alluded to. It was a big stretch of the coast where this event was actually noticed. The story was remarkably similar. A flash of light in the sky. Some people then reported a bang or an explosion of some sort. And then the most common theme we've seen or heard is that houses were shaking and there was a real rumble in the ground. Certainly a bus driver I spoke to at the airport this morning, he said he was watching television here in Gladstone last night and he felt his house shake and heard things rumble, so something was definitely going on. Now, Australian scientists have definitely ruled out an earthquake because they did have one of those here, a minor tremor last year. Definitely not an earthquake. A German astrophysicist is suggesting it's definitely not a comet, because if that was the case, Queensland wouldn't be here anymore. He's suggesting it was a meteor, and he's saying something like a rock about a metre across.
Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And liftoff of OSIRIS-REx, its 7-year mission to boldly go to the asteroid Bennu and back.
Areas look good. Hard pump speeds and turbo pressures are within family. Serene chamber pressures have plateaued, begun to ramp off.
Heard the voice of Marty Malinowski. The Atlas has begun a pitch and yaw maneuver to steer to its planned path, 28.5 degrees inclination from the equator.
Serene chamber pressure is almost plateaued at this point. Marty 180 injector pressures look good.
45 seconds into flight.
soon as it happened, the comments started rolling in on social media, which included pictures like this one from Franconia Notch and video from Gardner, Massachusetts, and then here in Northfield.
I was just driving down Park Street and all of a sudden there's a big bright light in the sky right in front of me. It looked like a meteor streaking across the sky.
Officer Aaron Chappell says it lasted roughly 8 to 9 seconds.
It was a large, bright, whitish blue ball moving through the sky with a small tail behind.